Right. Well, how are you fixed for tomorrow? How are you getting on?
It's interesting. As I send out the agenda to the students, and I get kind of responses back as to where they are and so on. I'm amazed at how far their thinking has come.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not just a product of the first class, but it certainly is partly that can be attributed to that. So, and their messages are full of life and excitement and, some tentativeness about it. But anyway, I think it's going to be fun tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. Are you going to video?
Am I going to be what?
Are you going to video it?
Yes.
That'd be great.
I think, but this uploading took me forever. Have you seen it? Have you seen the upload that I've done?
No, I haven't yet. Did you do it on the private section?
Yeah, but I put your name on one of the people who could get in.
Right. Well,
I'll send it to you again.
Please, because another person's having difficulty getting me a YouTube clip in the private box. So let's just check that again, because I'd really like to have a look at that. And
it took forever.
Yeah.
Now, it's long. I mean, it was 45 minutes. And I tried to take out any kind of dead spots and so on.
Yeah.
But it's forever to upload. So I've got to find some different way of doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, with the, again, the camera I've got, where you just drop it onto your desktop and then upload it to YouTube.
Yeah,
that is not taking a long time. I'm quite surprised how quickly that's doing it.
Well, it's an old camera, so I mean, I'm starting to look for one.
Yeah.
I saw yours. It's a JBC, is it?
Yeah, it's a JBC Evero, and they've upgraded them since I got that one a couple of years ago, and they're really nice. And Panasonic also do really nice high definition, memory slots with the solid state technology. All you need to ask, I think, and just to check, is that it will actually drag and drop directly onto your hard drive, because that will save you hours.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, it's on there, and so I'll send you the URL.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So the plan I have for tomorrow is to kind of go back and check the work we did on culture of inquiry. Where are we now, and what else do we need to do? And then I'm going to get more into the actual professional development piece of it, which is the content of this course.
Okay.
And I'm going to go through the kind of spectrum of PD, which is, that large group PD right through to individualized and into action research.
Excellent.
And they will have their first assignment, which is to talk about a little inquiry that they're going to do.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that during the day and get some feedback for them on, where they might go next. And we're starting to do a couple of chapters in the textbook, which is focused on learning in networks.
Okay.
And that's kind of taking current structure in the school system here is professional learning communities.
Yeah.
Now they work to varying degrees, mostly not very well.
Yeah.
And it's my belief that the reason they don't work well is they don't start by building a culture of inquiry.
Okay.
Because you can't just say, now we're all going to meet and we're all going to learn together and we'll all have fun. Well, it feels imposed. Mm. And that's what you hear from most people.
Okay.
And the networks is supposed to take it actually to a higher level. Not dissimilar to what I did in Grand Erie in the networks across the board.
Yeah.
Where there were different groups meeting on a regular basis, motivated by their own interest as opposed to, thou shalt.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's one of the things we're going to do. We're also going to read and respond to Nathan's paper on teaching thinking. Mm-hmm. Did you get a
No,
chance to read
I
that?
read Gary Anderson's, but I
Okay,
haven't got Nathan's paper.
I'll send it to you.
Please, yeah, because I was, yeah,
It's a self-study
yeah,
on how he taught teachers to teach thinking by building that inquiry learning in the class and his refusal to give them answers.
yeah. Now I read the draft of that and I'd commented on it, but I hadn't got the final version. So if you got the final one, that'll be really good.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
It's actually a very nice little paper.
Yeah.
There are some things that I would argue with in terms of you kind of have to, I think you have to kind of coach them to the point of that inquiry as opposed to saying, dropping them into it and saying, I'm not going to tell you anything, because that is such, and he discovered that it's so different from any other situations they're in that they have trouble adjusting. And so I think he learned some things in the process, which I agree with. And what were you going to say?
No, it's okay. You keep going because I'll come back to what I was going to say. Yeah.
And with regard to Gary Anderson's paper, we've talked about this before. It does tend to be a negative slant on things as opposed to what I traditionally do, which is more of a positive slant on it, without ignoring the constraints and the obstacles that you run into. And I had, this is for the next round, but what I thought I would do is I put those two papers, his paper up against my paper, our paper.
Yeah.
And then have them look at the two sides of that as a way of kind of coming to some conclusions on their own part.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
And I think actually we might be wise to do a response. I was thinking about from your email yesterday I think that would be a good thing to do.
Yeah, and we can actually work this through with your students in a few weeks, if you like. Because I like what you've just said there about in relation to their own response. So I do know that you'll be trying to help them to focus on their own creativity. And I like very much what you've just said about engaging with various texts. So it'll be fascinating to see if they then draw insights from those texts and don't allow them to dominate, within their own inquiry.
Well, that's always a worry. So that's certainly, that's a good reminder for me. I need to make that explicit. Oh. So could we plan for the 14th?
Yeah.
But they will have those two papers,
yeah.
And we can kind of see if we can't get them to dialogue with you on those kind of different sides of we are both talking about improvement.
Yeah. No, that would be exciting. And I'll bear in mind the focus on, the different approaches to professional development and, the focus that you want any professional development to enhance the quality of the student learning. So that's perfectly okay with me. And if this system works as well it has been doing, that would be really good. There's just one thing I'd just like to share with you, and that is that I've just reviewed a paper for Educational Action Research, and it is from a higher education lecturer who's been in the UK but also worked in Spain. And I really like it. And I think, I'll just send it on to you. It's not to use yet because I've only just recommended it for publication. But I think there are some ideas in it, that we can actually share together and just see where it takes us. Connected in with this keynote I'm doing with Yvonne Grotti for this diverse conference about multimedia. Okay, so there's that as well as being on the ground with your students, working to improve practice and professional development programs. And then we can chat about some ideas that are coming into both of us that are also taking our own ideas forward. Is that okay? And then on Sunday, if you're still okay for 2:00, we can actually review and debrief again. And I'll get this on YouTube and, we can just keep the record there.
Perfect.
That's really good.
So I did manage to download. It took me a while to find a program that was for Mac. So first of all, I was getting these programs that's only for PC. So it took me a while. So I think I have managed to figure that out now.
Right.
One of the reasons I think this is important for me because when I record, it's the same as the picture that I've got here, that it is you speaking and me in the corner. Yeah. Whereas when you record, it's me speaking.
Yeah, it is. It's much better.
It's an important difference.
Yeah, there is. And that's why, from your point of view, it's much better for you to have this one and especially that sense of the reflections on what you've experienced with the students. So I'll get this onto YouTube now, and then, connect on Sunday at 2:00, and we'll debrief, yeah.
And I will send you the URL for the last class and Ethan's paper.
Great. That's really excellent. Okay.
That's good, Jack.
Yeah, it is. It's really exciting.
You sent me over your son.
Yes. Do you know, we've had, literally, since we got back from Las Vegas, it's been over 2 weeks now, just sunny every day. Yes, where a few it's rain. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye-bye then.
Bye-bye.